hello fellow tankers, Space Bandit here with another episode of World of Tanks, and today we are in a tier 10 German medium tank Leopard 1. I finally got this puppy and played few games in it. So far I'm impressed with this gun and the accuracy of that gun. It doesn't have armor at all. It will probably be damaged by, anyone shooting any shells at you or throwing shells at you. You will get damaged. That tank has no armor. It's all about the gun and mobility. So you have to pick positions where you're stealthy. You have to support your heavies. Get yourself in a position where you can actually use that gun. And gun is fantastic. It's probably one of the best guns in the game. I don't want to say the best because I haven't played enough of this tank, but one of the best. Now, we are on map South Coast. Up until today, I haven't figured out how to play this map, guys. So if it comes to strategies on this map, do not ask me, because I'm probably not the best person to ask about this. But because this is an encounter mode, and because I'm in a soft tank, I decided to climb up on the hill and snipe, right? Because that's what you do. And from here, I should probably have shots into some of these guys going into the encounter circle, right? So that's what I was thinking here. And I'm like, okay, let's wait and see what develops, if I can get myself in a position where I can have shots. And then if nothing materializes later on, we're going to move up and we're going to try to do, we're going to reposition. And we're going to try to see if we can impact the game any other way. Anyway, we had a couple shots there. Unfortunately, that last shot on M103 didn't come off. He was barely visible from behind that building. And we got spotted, so we had to drop. And now we're gonna, we slightly changed the position so we can sit here. Now, because there is no Artie in play, which is absolutely spectacular, I will be allowed to sit here. Now, if Artie was in play and I got spotted here, Artie would probably target me because I would be the easiest target. I'm not in town, not between the buildings, just sitting on top of the hill, so I could be easily hit, right? But because there's no Artie, this is gonna be fantastic. Now, look at the accuracy of this gun, man. Like, those shots, like, they're pinpoint, they're hitting. That one drifted a little bit to the left, but for the most part, these shots hit, and hit well. Now here we get spotted by this E75, so we're going to drop off here again. We're going to lose our 6th sense, and we're going to continue doing the same thing. So this position is working out for us right now. As you can see, there's a lot of snipers, opposition snipers, in their spawn, sitting at B line, or somewhere around there, or C line. So we're going to keep trying to put some shells here and there into these guys. Here I see this waffle. I thought, okay, may as well track him to get some assisted damage. But no one is shooting this guy, unfortunately. And he repairs quite quickly and drops behind that hill. So again, we're going to be really patient here. We have shots at this 50 TP. Let's see if we can put a shell into him. No. We kind of rushed that shot because we got spotted. I probably should have stopped and fully aimed that shot because I wasn't really targeted. So these are the things, that sometimes you just, instead of being patient, I rush every once in a while, but that happens to everyone, right? But we are in a different position now, and we managed to put a shell into this 50 TP, and he's tracked right now, so we should be able to put another shell into him. Unfortunately, I don't know where that shot goes, but I can't complain. So far, I've been hitting most of my shots in this tank. So he started moving here, so we're going to have to lead this shot better. So we're going to move up here. Yes, we put a shell into him right there. And now E75 is here, so he spotted us. And we should be able to put easy shells into him because he's not paying attention to us. He's paying attention to our heavy tank on top of this ridge. So we're going to put these ass shots into him, making sure that I'm hitting the flat portion and I'm penetrating my shells. I just want to make sure that I penetrate every one, just like that. So looks like we're easily winning this game, right? And this should be sort of a cleanup time. Not so easy, guys, because what happens every once in a while, you run into the opposition and some really good players, and that's exactly what's going to happen here, and you'll see. Anyway, we still have a shot at this FV215B, so we're going to try to put a shell into him. Yes, we put a shell into him, but he repairs again quite quickly, and he disappears. Now we see this shed barn. That shell, I don't know what happens to it. It just disappears somewhere. But there are still a lot of full health tanks on the opposition team, so this is still going to be a hard thing to win right here, especially all of those TDs with big guns. And we're still hanging around here for a little bit. As you can see, the score is a little bit closer already, and the opposition team is bringing this game back. Anyway, so at this point I was thinking, okay, I need to go in and start helping out. I can't be sitting here anymore. There's no more shots. Now the question is where? I was thinking go up the 8 line and help out this heavy tank over there, because on the beach it looks like we have fair numbers there. It looks like we're in control. So I decided to come up through the middle right over here and either help my heavy tank or help our Death Star. But all of a sudden I get spotted and I don't know what's looking at me. And then I see this waffle. So we try to track him here. Actually, I tried to go for a tracking shot from the side. I was hoping I could track him there, but I did not. And that was a mistake, because I should have taken a damaging hit on this guy. And you'll see what happens later. My team on the beach all of a sudden has dwindled. Like, all of them are dead. So I'm gonna go into the cap, try to protect the cap, kill this button right here. And that's what we're gonna do. We just ram him for good measure, because I didn't want to wait for my reload. And now the question is, do I help the T-95 or do I go and help my heavy tank? Now, I wanted to go and help this T-95 right now. But then I see this waffle coming up this way. See him? He's coming up all the way towards the north. So I'm like, okay, he's here. He should be able to help the T-95, right? And me, I can actually flex to the 8 lane and try to help the heavy tank, the Object 257, who's still full health, and he's dealing with 2 TDs, right? So that's exactly what I was thinking here. So we're gonna climb up here. We see this shed barn. Can we put a shell into him? Yes, we can, but I think he was turning his turret to look at me, but he didn't have a chance because Waffle kills him right there. Now, I see Waffle going on reload right there, and T-95 is in trouble. So our Waffle didn't even make it to our T-95, which is quite strange. I was expecting him to do that. Now he is in trouble. So as you can see, this game is turning around quite quickly. Now I didn't realize here that my driver is dead. I will realize eventually. Don't worry about that, guys. So I was gonna go and help the heavy tank, but now all of a sudden our Waffle is in trouble. So I'm telling my Waffle, drop, dude. If you can drop, I can get myself on top of the hill over here, and I will have shots into these guys that are coming down the beach, because I was expecting them to push right here, right? So that's what I'm doing. I'm climbing up on top of this hill. Now I'm gonna realize in a split second then what the hell is going on. Why is my tank not getting up? My driver is dead. That's why. Duh. Space. Anyway. So we're gonna climb up here. But as you can see, our Waffle is getting scorched. He's getting scorched right now. He's getting hit. I don't know why he's not dropping. Why is he sitting there in the middle? Why not go behind that hill? Right? So I'm kind of confused now. I'm like, okay, I want a spot for Waffle, but then he's dead. All of a sudden he died, and he's not here anymore. So now it's just myself and the Object 257, the only 2 tanks left in the game. Now we still have health pool advantage. We have more hit points than the opposition team, but we're still dealing with some heavy output TDs, or TDs with a lot of firepower, right? So I don't know. I'm looking at this guy. I don't understand how he absorbed those 2 hits of damage just right there, because he was full health, and all of a sudden he's like a one-shot to pretty much anything on the opposing team. So what do? Do I support him, or do I go and flex to the other side and flank the other guys? So I decided to stay closer to him for a little bit. See, maybe these guys are coming from the middle, but looks like they're not, and he's going balls deep. So I didn't feel that ballsy. I didn't feel like I should be going with him right now. I could have done that, but probably I wouldn't be able to get there on time anyway. As you can see, he's already spotted, and T-95 FV4201, aka Valor, shuts him down, high rolls, and takes him out of the game with 1 shot. And all of a sudden, it's 1v2. That is the situation I didn't want to come to, because I tell you why. First of all, Valor has huge alpha. The other tank remaining in the game is the Death Star. And last thing I want to do is absorb a huge shell from a Death Star. It doesn't matter where a Death Star hits me, he will pen me. Like, I have 0 armor. So it's quite unlikely that I'm gonna bounce any shells from the Death Star or the Valor. So yes, I'm in trouble. So I decided to play a little bit passive. But looks like these guys are not gonna make mistakes. Looks like both of them have kills. Valor has 5. FV215B has 3. So they have 8 kills between each other. So they're pretty smart players. You figure that at this point, right? But anyway, there's nothing I could do. Now the worst part is I was thinking, how do I defend the base? If they actually go and cap the base, where I defend from? The problem with this map and the encounter where it is, it's very hard to defend, especially in a very soft tank like the Leopard, because there is no hill or there is no, you know, cover if you want to spot the encounter and be able to engage them from the distance. It's just not possible, right? So at this point I was thinking that, okay, I gotta relocate because I have no shots at the base from here, right? The only access to the base where I can actually engage them is from the beach. But the problem is, once you go from this side, from the beach, you're pretty much stuck. It's like a mousetrap. There's no way you can get out, because for you to get out, there's a long way for you to get out from this area. And there's basically no escape points from this area of the map, right? So I know this is a dangerous play, but I was totally expecting them to cap, and that's exactly what they're gonna do. As you can see, one of them is already on, second one is already on, so both of them are capping. They're going for the win. Now I can't let them do that. I'm still kind of relatively full health, but I'm gonna have to engage them, unfortunately. So this is gonna be trouble. But let me see what we can do here. We spot the Death Star, and we also spot the Valor. Now that was a mistake. I should have probably came up and hit the Valor first instead of Death Star, because Valor, he's a 2-shot to me. So if I hit him once, I should be able to hit him again and take him out of the game. We do hit him once over here, but now Death Star is charging us, so there's absolutely nothing we can do. All we can do is go behind here and hide. And here I was hoping, if I can take out the Chieftain, he's a 1-shot to me, I might still be able to win this game. So let's see what happens here. The Valor is coming from this side. As you can see, I'm trying to hide from him. He hits me. Unfortunately, I missed that shot. That was bad play on my part. So now I cannot do anything else, but I'm going to try to go around this Death Star. And Death Star is going to go down the ramp, and he auto-aims and takes me out of the game and takes me out of my misery. So one mistake at the end cost us the game. Actually, 2 mistakes, because if I actually prioritized Valor earlier, I probably would have taken him out of the game. And second, I missed that shot later on, which potentially could have still helped me win. Because if I tracked the Death Star, I might have been able to go around him and kill him. And I knew that he already used his repair kit because of earlier in the game when he repaired. Anyway, we still had a fantastic game. We finished with 6.7, almost 6.8k damage in a losing cause. Unfortunately, no mastery of any kind for this game, which is quite strange to be honest, because it's almost a 7k game. So I wasn't able to carry, but I got it close. And as you can see on the opposing team, 3 players did humongous amounts of damage, including the Valor or Chieftain T95. The Waffle E100 did 8.6k damage. That's what really changed the game, I think. Especially his 2 shots versus Object 257. That won them the game. And the War Sausage FV215B 183 still had 4.1k damage. And that shot at the end where he was rolling down the ramp and hit me on the move. In many cases, I played in my Death Star and those shots don't come off. So I was hoping he would miss it, but unfortunately it wasn't meant to be. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. That's it for now. Until next time, happy tanking, Space Bandit, checking out.